Hey everyone, welcome back to Logic Bombs. Today we'll be jumping back into row 9 and finishing it up. Okay, giant puzzle. Let's go ahead and fill in the rows we know, which are all of these. Nice, okay. Why fill in those? Uh-oh, sneezing already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, those are all just solved because we know that we can't have those guys interacting with each other. What does this mean? 48 monsters total. 3x, 3y, 2n, 4a, 4b. Hmm. Well, we know none of these bombs are going to be equal to 0, right? So if none of them are 0, we got to get to 48. Then, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is an obvious way to do it. The most any of them can be is, in fact, 5, so that tracks. 1 through 5 is the required numbers. Can we do some quick math to figure out what's an optimal way to get to 5? Let's see. Let's say B is 5. That's 20. A is 4. That's 36. We still need 12 more to get there in total. N is 3. That gets us to 6 more. Y is 2. No, it's not going to work. What if we have one of these equal to 4? I mean, let's just take a look, too, and see if there's any obvious problems with any of these overlapping. I mean, look. One of these has got to be equal to 2. Can we do... We can do that without issue. Are all of the numbers reflected in this top row? Yeah. So we do know that, for example, at least one of these is not going to extend up here. One of these has to end their row like here. One of these numbers, A, Y, N, X, B. Yeah, they're all reflected here. One of them will end their reign there, for example. Well, whichever one ends it, the other one has to be equal to 5. So let's see which one that works for. If B ends it there, A are equal to 5. Okay, great. That could feasibly work. If A... Okay, they exactly mirror. Y, X, and N, do they exactly mirror? If this is X, then is Y able to be 5 in every case? Yes, because only N and N differ. And because they have to be the same here, oh, okay, N and N have to be the same number because we can't have this and then have N be 5 and 1 at the same time. Therefore, if they have to be the same number, they both have to be 3, like that. Great, and that means all of that is solved. And then, boom, we have a bunch more here to work through. Okay, well, A and B and X and Y are diametrically opposed. We know N is equal to 3 now. Let's say B is 5. That would make A 1. So that'd be 24 total. Then we add 6. That's 30. Then we have 3x and 3y for 2 and 1 respectively. Or for 2 and 4 respectively. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 3 times 2 is 6. That's 18 more. That would work. 24 plus 6 plus 18. Yeah, okay. Does it work if x and y are equal to 5 and is equal to 5 respectively? X is 5, y is 1. That makes it 18 plus 6, 24. Then this is 2 and 4 respectively. 24 plus 16 would be equal to 40. Is that right? Yeah, 24 plus 16 is equal to 40. And then plus 2 times 4 is 48. Oh, it works either way. So we can't use the math itself to figure it out. We know that either B or A or Y or X could be 5. Ooh, that's tricky. That's tricky. What'd you do that for? Ugh, annoying. Okay, we know that only 5 of these can be lopsided in a certain way. Yeah. We know that at most 4 more of these can have air spaces there. Does that line up with any of our A, B? Ooh, you know what that could mean? I don't know. I think what that means is that A and X are going to do this. Yeah, I think that means A and X are going to have to do it because Y and B being long enough to do it respectively. Oh, what that means is that Y... Okay, to explain this. Oh, here's something. If one of these is going to have to be equal to 1, right? Well, we know that's connecting first off. Then it's only one that has a solo down here that can be 1. Therefore, Y can't be 1 because it'd have to be 1 all the way up. Have to be 1 there as well, and that breaks that rule. So if Y can't be 1 and A can't be 1, then it's B or X. But either way, we know that these guys extend like this now. Which is also true here. No, sorry. A and Y. Y, A. Yeah, okay. Back to this logic. If only 4 of these can be so long, then it has to be A and Y and A and Y. No. Well, we know only one of these can be blocked off, and the same is true here. Only one of these can be blocked off. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Are there any, like... Oh, that's solved. That's solved. Okay, all these are solved. That'll be a nice distraction. Wait, no they're not. What am I talking about? Ah. Oops. I forgot about the ones at the top here. Gotcha. Never mind. Okay, going back to here. There's only 4 spaces that can be air here, besides the one that controls N. So 2 of these have to be equal to at least... Let's see, Y... I think how this plays out is that A is equal to 4, and B or X is equal to 5. X can't be equal to 5, because if it is, X has to be at most 4. My read is X is 1. No. Which one of these is equal to 5 then? A or Y has to equal 5, I've just realized. Yeah, A or Y equals 5. Then X or B equals 4. And how do we know which is which? Well, if A is 5, or y is equal to 5. One of those two. Let's say y is equal to 5 and... No, I think it has to be a, because if y is equal to 5, then those two extend past it, and then only a or only x or b would extend past it to be equal to the 4. That would only put 3 airspaces here, and that wouldn't fill up this row entirely. Or we wouldn't... I guess we could put an extra one there. You raise a good point. Are there any more concrete? Okay, well, we know all of these are open, except for where the two blocks might be, like that. We know b or x is going to be equal to a 1 and have a block on it, but beyond that, we don't really know much more about that particular row. I'm not sure where else I'm supposed to know things. I guess these 3s are interesting along the edge here. Because, like, okay, what does it matter if it's here versus here versus here? Well, it matters a great deal, actually, if it's here. Yeah, where's the 1 block in that particular row? We only have 1 block in this particular row? Only one thing stopped from being, Okay. If we know a and y are already going to be either 5 or 4 respectively, then they extend here. Like, they're going to keep going. You're going to keep going. You're going to keep going. No, we don't know that. In fact, the one that has to be blocked off is one that has to be a solo. B and X have to keep going, or at least have to have things here, because otherwise you or you have to be blocked off to keep yourself at 2, or to keep you at 2 respectively, as you're forced to be. One of these two, Y or X, is where the block goes. The rest of these are open as such. Then that puts blocks there, blocks there, blocks there, blocks there, blocks there, and that leaves only 2 blocks in these particular sections, like there and there, for example. There's only 2 blocks here, that those have to go on either A. Those have to go on X, because B can't have 2 here and then one that keeps going, right? So that has to go on X. The rest of this is open. Wall there, wall there. X is 1. Y is 5, I think. A is 2. And there. Tremendous. I'm surprised I got through that one. That one seemed really tricky. Nice. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next level. All walls, thanks game, that's all. Like that, only one slime to worry about, so we're looking at like a pure bombs puzzle. B is equal to either 0 or 4. Let's say B is equal to 0. We have all this, then A and C are equal to at least 1 each. What does that do for us? I can't really tell. Oh, we know Z is equal to at least 4, and so is C. Yeah, C is at least 4. Yeah, I want to look at the binaries. I want to look at the ones where it's either 4 or like nothing. We do this, it's equal to 4. I guess we could do that. I guess we could do that. Oh, you know what? No matter what, look at how these walls are placed here. In order to not get stuck in like that, these two bombs have to go like that. Which means A and X are both equal to, at minimum, 1. A and X, cool. What else does that tell us? Let's say Y is equal to 4. This or gets blocked off here. This whole row gets solved. It's all empty. I don't think that means anything. At least if it does, I'm not able to comprehend it as efficiently as I could or should. 3BY. Reading off letters like it's my day job. C and Z, the trend continues. Okay, let's talk about this row here. X is equal to 2 or A is equal to 2. Either way, we'll move on for the time being. Another unfinished puzzle left in my wake. Okay, that's finished. That's finished. That's finished. And that's finished. The empty space here has to be like, it can't be there because the rest gets blocked off, and then there's no way for these monsters to get up to the top. Therefore, this empty space has to be underneath one of these mines, or underneath one of the bombs. Therefore, all of these are occupied. Same goes. Oh, the same goes here. All of these have to be filled. Same exact thing. We have to be able to create a tunnel through. Therefore, none of these can be the one empty space. If there's only... What am I looking at here? Is this solved? That is solved. Therefore, all of these have to be open. And all of these have to connect into one central area. We're only going to have one of these open, right? And if only one of them is open, then we have to ensure that all of them get funneled into that one area. Therefore, if we block it off here, and this is the open one, no, that has to be open. We can't block it off here because then these guys are separated from the rest of the group. Can't block it off here for the same reason. I think basically we have to have that be one of the open spots. Yeah, this actually seems like a pretty intuitive puzzle. You mostly just figure out the exact space where it has to be. Where that is, I don't know. Since basically most of these will be blocked off, and the one that isn't is a tunnel, we know that all of these will be open at the top. Therefore, it's the same thing of making sure they can all connect at this top area. Connect up. Connect up. You two get blocked there. You're blocked there. Only one wall. But still, we can't put the wall anywhere where it's going to block off access to anything. Like that. Once more, all of this. All has to connect. It's blocked off somewhere here. Who knows where. Then all of these open up at the top as well. Who knows where or how. No, seriously, who? Show them to me so I can ask them a question. And now are there any ones any rows that are solved? Oh, that column solved. That column also has to be solved because we can't, oh, oops. We can't block off that part on the end. So all of that is revealed. All of this is revealed. And now what? You're solved? You're solved. You've been solved. Never mind. You're solved. No. You solved? Ooh, did I screw up? Fewer than 3 wrong. Okay, great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you. Thank you. I just accidentally put you there. Great. Anything else? Are you solved? Yes, you are. Are you solved? Yes, you are. You solved? Yes, you are. So are you. So are you. And ugh. Okay, I was trying to see if I couldn't just get her done. 122, 89. There's 4 question mark rows. Oh, I don't want to count all of them. um okay, if we oh, we only have 1 blocked here. Well, it has to be blocked there no matter what. Therefore, you do have to go through there. And then it's like that. Perfect. And we're going to watch all the bombs explode. Every single one. Just all in a row. So many explosions. Boy, really scary. Last level of the row. And then we go back to the ones that we previously fluked out on. The ones I was... Oh, this is so similar to puzzles you've seen before. And I've hated those puzzles. The puzzles have been so annoying. The ones where you had to like, oh, does it go there and there? Or like, does this guy get that guy instead? All that jazz. Oh, I hate this kind of puzzle. Ugh, these ones annoy me. Anyway, we can't have... Are there any monsters that only 1 bomb can get? No. I don't believe so. There's also only 1 slime, so we just know that this is a not a slime-centered puzzle. Yay. What do we know? What can we know? Oh, that's interesting. We know that only 1 of these bombs is blocked off like that here at least. Oh, but there's 7 here, so more of them get blocked off. Never mind. Looking at this though, there has to be a wall here and a wall here somewhere. These bombs cannot both get both sides of them. Therefore, there has to be 1 wall attached to a bomb on each side like that potentially. That makes that empty, and that solves that entire row for us. That solves that entire column for us, which then, dun dun dun, does something. Who knows what? Okay. Other small number rows. 2. Well, there's got to be a wall on either side of this, on one of the sides of this bomb. One of these has to be like fully done like that, and the other one's just exactly like that. Unsurprising, but still worth pointing out. Let's see. Here, let's think about this puzzle more broadly. We know this guy's going to get one of these guys, which means this guy, one of these 2, has to get this guy on the side. Just no questions about it. Absolutely has to do it. We also know that one of these guys has to get... Oh, here's something. Let's say this bomb gets this monster. We put walls here to stop this guy from hitting this monster. We put walls here and here. He'd have to go through the maze like this in order to get to the rest of the puzzle. Is that even feasible? Maybe. What happens if instead we have this guy get him? Black. He goes out this way. Okay, I don't think that has a very large material impact on the puzzle. Let me check one more time just to make sure I'm not being, like, profoundly stupid, you know? I don't love that outcome, but I also have no reason to believe it's not tenable or feasible. We do know that 2 of these guys were just blocked from the get-go. Like, no questions about it. 2 of them were just blocked because there's only 2 empty spaces available from this guy here. Are there any combinations that do not work for that? For example, could we not block off these 2 inner guys? Well, we can't do this because what's wrong if we do block off all of them? Just from my understanding. There's 3 bombs to handle 5 monsters. Okay, yeah, just given the fact that there's 5 monsters on this side, we for sure have to let in 2 of these bombs, which means that all of these are for sure walls, and the rest are, we'll see if they're walls or not. Oh, does that impact our finding from the earlier thing here? No, not really. He can still get out. Just, it's much scarier to get out now. Okay, let's say you get him, then... Well, if you get him, then you have to get him. Then you have to get him, then... Wait. Okay, I get this guy. This guy now has to get that guy. This guy now has to get that guy. This guy now has to get that guy. Oh, that's okay, actually. I was being foolish. What about if we do that? Okay. Similarly, okay, I think. Wall there. You're just straight up getting one of these, though. You have to get one of them. And there has to be a wall here to stop you from getting the other one. Okay. Are there any, like, low numbers? Okay, so if this guy goes this way, if we get him, we have to be blocked off there, which forces this guy to get that guy. Does that make any sense? No. No, it does not, because this bomb is now responsible for both of these monsters, which does not work. He cannot get both of them. Therefore, we can't have the walls there. We have to have the attack there, which then forces this guy to attack this guy. Block. Yeah, just a meaningful progression. Cool. We have to have this be open because we can't have our friend here be stuck in the corner. And if that's the case, then we can't have this fully be blocked off, because then that'll also be blocked off, and then this bomb gets no one. Therefore, he has to get that guy over here. You have to get that guy. You block off like that. You have to get out this way. What's next? Well, okay. Uh, like that. Then what? Then what do I do? What is but a man? Oh, we do that. Perfect. I didn't even notice that was it. No, no, that doesn't make sense. No, we can't do that. Yeah, we can't do that. Do I have it screwed up? Fewer than 3. Wrong. Well, I'll be. I don't know what's going wrong here. But we can't have our friend here attacking both sides. Okay, what do I have profoundly wrong here? Okay, this stems from this, which requires that, which requires... I don't know. I don't know. I mean, okay, like this is wrong, right? Yeah, that's wrong. It has to be this, which then means we have to attack there. So then, therefore, this block. Oh, that block is wrong. Oh, that block is wrong because there's already one up there. Well then, I guess we'll just have to keep going then with that empty. Heard. I'm not going to complain. Um, I definitely skipped a couple steps there logically by accidentally stumbling into that, but I'm not going to go back and see if I can't work my way towards it because I don't even really remember how I got here, to be honest. You know, you kind of go through a few steps and then you get somewhere, and you can't exactly trace your steps exactly back the way you came because, like, what are you going to do? Forget everything you already knew? No, it's tough. 5. Okay, well, all of these have to be open. No, what am I saying? No, I'm being stupid. Yeah, just being stupid there. Hmm. You're attacking that guy still. Great. No matter how we do it, we're gonna have one of these be open and one of these be filled. Does that affect this at all? No, not really. Oh, but that does affect this. We know that one of these will have to be open so we can attack it, and the other one will be blocked. But since there's already 4 non-walls, the other walls have to be here because the last one just goes wherever that one doesn't. Great. That's more blocks. We could put a block here or a block here. Either way, fills that row. Oh, look at this. We have to have this be open because these guys will be stuck if we don't. So the rest of this is solved. What else do we know? This has to be open because they have to get out like that, which puts a wall there, which opens that, which puts a wall there, which doesn't lock us in. We can get out through there, but that does mean that, which means that, which means that. Great. That's almost the whole thing done and dusted. Like that, like that, like this. Perfect. Let's go back to the beginning. I put down nothing for this one. Wow. Was I a coward? Anyway, wall there, wall there. Or did I reset this one? Probably that. I tend to reset them if I leave them for later because I won't know how I got to where I was, and that can confuse me. All this is open, and all this is open because we need the other block to be somewhere on this side to stop these two from interacting. If we know all those are open, then... Oh yeah, we know that some combination of all of these are going to fill up these 2 rows. So we know that all of these are open space because we can't have like this be here because then there's not enough blocks to stop these other guys from hitting the monsters. Like so. Same thing here. These 2 bombs are going to hit these monsters if we don't put like walls there and there. So all of this is open. Therefore, walls have to go there, there, and there to stop those guys from hitting the monsters outright. Same thing happens there and there. What else are we looking at and cooking at? Nothing else is leaping off the screen to tempt me. Let's talk about the slime here. The slime can't touch the other slime over to our left. No matter how this guy works his way up, whether it's like that or like this, he's going to be touching all 3 of these groups here. I mean, yeah, no, he's with the monster here, he's touching already. Yeah, okay, no, with the monster, he just has a pathway already. These aren't walls, this is a monster. So, what does that entail? I mean, I guess that tells us... Here's something. Either way, through this or through this slime will head through here and touch this mine. Which, that mine or this mine, respectively, might end up in contact somehow with our friends over on this side. I think through this mine or through this mine, they'll probably touch this guy. I feel like we can't let this slime, who's almost certainly going to touch this guy here, we can't let this guy touch this mine, whichever one ends up being our friend here. Let's think some more about this. Up here with the 3s, or with the 3 singular, why'd I put that there? I don't know that. I just maybe misclicked. Was demonstrating and forgot. We only have one more block to place in this particular row. If we put the block there, that opens up all of this. Put it there, that opens up all of this. There's got to be more we can do. Am I on the right track? I'm on the right track. Great. Are there any mines that are at risk of being like totally blocked in? Well, we can't let that happen, but that's not going to happen anyway. If we block here, you'll be exposed like that, which is fine, I think. Oh, wait. That's stupid. I missed this entirely. There's a finished row there. What does that tell us? Okay, look at the other row up here. We know one's going to be here, then there's 2 over here somewhere, right? Here or here, or here or here, or here and here. Does it really matter which one it is? Oh, not really, no, because no matter what, it's going to be blocking off this guy, this bomb, on that side. Therefore, that has to be open and that has to be closed. thus solving it like that. Then one of these has to be open, at least to let these guys out, but probably not both of them. But again, we just don't know for sure yet. What else can we know? Well, looking at this, it is possible to entirely block these two sides off. Just entirely. We do not need to have the slimes interact in any more way if we do that, for example. Which looks pretty good to me. And hey, we already even know. How do I know this? Was that solved just now? It was solved. Yeah. Yeah, it is solved. Okay, great. I thought I just put a block for demonstration. I'm just no, we're good. We're good. So we know we can block off that and that, for example, or like this and that. I think it's guaranteed to look that way. Like this slime's not going to touch that side at all because of how the rest of this puzzle is set up. Has to be one here, has to be one here, or here and here. Oh, no, I guess. Yeah, no, because we can't have this and this, right? It'll just lock the bomb in. So these two sides aren't going to touch. Great. You have to be open, you have to be closed, because we have to let these bombs get out somehow. With that knowledge, we are almost done with this column. As we are almost done with the puzzle, hopefully. 1 million asterisks. That has to be open because there has to be a wall somewhere in here. If that's open, then I don't know. What is next? I mean, there's only one more here, one more here. There also has to be a wall, 2 walls somewhere in there, and 1 more wall in here somewhere. How all these pieces fit together? Ugh, beats me. We'll find out soon, I guess. The only thing I see is that whichever one of these, let's say this is blocked off. We have to have this open and it has to be allowed through. Same thing here. This has to be open. That has to be allowed through. Is there any reason to believe this goes either way? Let's pretend this is the case for now. We open that. We block off there. We also block off there. Great. Let's say this is the case. We open here. We block off there. We open here. We have to open here and block there. And then that would leave this open. And wait, I think that's wrong. Okay, this block there, open there. Yeah, I think this is wrong because we're going to end up with this, which then forces other way around. Oops. Let's reverse all of that. This, open, block, open, has to be a block here. Then it has to be a block there, and it's all blocked in. Except it's not, because there's an opening over here. Let's follow that chain of logic. If we go here, then both of those have to be blocked in. That's not atrocious. It's wrong. Yeah, no, it's very wrong, but it's not atrocious. What's wrong about it, actually? Oh, oh my god, I should have recognized that from the beginning. You're blocked in up here if we do all that. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. You have to be there, you have to be there. These two have to be there. Which then means you have to be here instead, like that. Let me just go ahead and fix all of this. Are I getting there? Yeah, fewer than 3 wrong. Yeah, what was I looking at earlier? You and you. Yeah, okay, okay, we're almost there, we're almost there, we're almost there. You all have to be open. You all have to be open. 4, that means that there's one more in one of these columns that shouldn't be here. 1, 1, 5, 4, 4. Yes, somewhere in here it's wrong. Can't be you, can't be you. Could it be you? There we go. Wow, I should have clocked that thing in the top left from the get-go. That's my bad. Nothing put down here. Maybe I restarted it as well. Either way. This has to get one of these two. By getting one of these two, if n gets either of these, the rest are blocked off. That's true in both directions. N can be anything. Why do they make it n versus question mark? Why didn't they make them both question marks? Oh, you know why? It's probably because they both get the same number. No, they can't get the same number because there's an odd number left over when we're done with that. Okay. I thought I ate there for a second. I clearly did not. Let's say both of these bombs get these guys, right? So then we're stuck with like this and that and this and that. Basically, no, we can't have him get both of these because then we're stuck with exactly that, which is untenable. You have to get him, we also have to get him, which is not going to work. Therefore, we're not doing a double horizontal. Is the same thing true for double vertical? What's the problem if we do this? Is there a problem if we do this? You have to get him. Therefore, you have to get him. That looks correct. Okay. We know n can't get both of these because then he's blocked off from at least one of these because of the 5s. Therefore, whichever one n gets, question mark has to get like that. So it has to be the verticals, not the horizontals. Like that. Great. So we know that n is doing it like that. You get that. N gets this guy. It's blocked off like this. Boom. Bam. Bop. And we have a lot more to do. Okay, next up, let's figure out our little slime friend here. There's not much to figure out there, to be honest. He just kind of has to get through there. Oh, that's solved too. Great. How close does that get us to other columns? Pretty close here. That's just solved, which is always a nice thing to realize. We're one away from solving this particular column. That's a solved row. That's also a solved row. If we put this here, those are all filled. No matter what, I guess you could put it, yeah, there's no way to escape to this direction. We have to have our friend go up this way. That's how he connects. He has to connect through this opening here, therefore that also has to be open right there. Oh, this is solved. This is getting close to solved right here. You go there, therefore, no, you're not solved yet. Oops. You're almost solved, though, which is about as good. You were also almost solved, which is also about as good. 6. Okay, one of these is air. Just one of them, somewhere. Where exactly? Who knows? But that is a solved row right there, which I wish I'd realized sooner. One of these is open. It's either going to go up through there or down through here. Can it go through there? Nope, there's not enough space left over for the for the other squares. Therefore, it goes through there. You're solved. You're solved. You're solved. You're solved. You're solved. Tremendous. Not bad at all. Next up, this guy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I remember this one. This annoying puzzle. Okay, let's take a look at these rows and see if any of them are just easy solves I hadn't noticed yet. 15 minus 5, 10. There's 2 more empty spaces. A bunch more to solve there. Ugh, we have 2 more spaces to fill in this row. Nothing that screams at me as, ooh, solvable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we are 1 airspace away from solving this row. It could be that one, which would then do... I lied. We're 2 away. That's not that helpful. And 3. Nope. Let's look at this one. 7. Whoa. Let's go left to right. Sorry. 2 more away from solving this one. Yippee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more from solving that one. Lots of 1 mores in this particular game. Oh, far away from solving that 10 right there. The 8. How about the 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got to get 3 more, I think. Okay. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, we're 1 away from solving this particular column. Does that mean anything? That feels important, but is it? Probably not. Knowing this stupid game, probably not. 5. We're 1 away from solving this column as well. Is there any place this can't be? It can go there without issue. In fact, it looks like a really good place for it. Actually, look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 1 empty space away from being solved. If we put it here, for example, the rest of those will fill up that space. What is wrong with us hitting Y here? Is there anything wrong with us hitting Y here? Y gets those guys, Y gets these guys, empty space there. Y gets these guys, empty space there. Y gets these guys, empty space there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing substantial. No, no. 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 The real game changer would be having this be empty here, because that would just reveal a lot to us. I would like to explore that possibility. at the same time, okay, let's do this. Let's say y is our friend here. Y is empty. Y goes like this, goes like that. For our purposes, it's relevant here, here, and here. Well, we figure out all of this over here. Okay, so y is a pathway. It then will. Oh, I'm gonna forget this. Oh, I'm gonna forget that. Let's ignore that for now. Let's ignore that for now. It would then force a block there, which would force this to be open. Yippee. It would then make it okay for that to be like that. This would be acceptable so long as one of these is open. That would be acceptable. All of that sounds okay to me, but does that prove anything? Is anything provable off of that space being occupied? That space being occupied and nothing else? I don't think so. I don't think so. Ugh, as they say in the biz. Here's something. Airspace here. Let's say this is the airspace for 7. That solves. Yeah. So that gives us 7 spaces exactly in this column here. And I believe it solves this column at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that would solve that column. This space right there. Oh, oops. Uh-oh. We do that. All this gets filled in. What are the implications? This gets blocked off like that, but it can go around like that, so no biggie. This and this and this. But there's ways to get around all of that, so no biggie. Oh, we'd have to have this and that open, and one of these open, which would then mean all of these have to be walls. And if that's a wall and that's a wall, then all of this becomes open by default. If all of that becomes open by default, then there's got to be a simpler way to navigate that. Yeah, there's no way that's how we solve it. I really just want to see if like a certain y or like if a or y is like feasible. I mean, okay. Look, we only get to place one more block here. Let's see if there's any way to stop, like, for example, like this tile or this tile from like reaching the rest of it. Let's say A is blocked. Oh, we had to put an empty space there. Wait, how much is the 8? So there's going to be 7 empty airspaces in this particular section. Let's put an A there. Boom. What about this column? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 2 more tiles here. They can't be here. At least one has to be down here. That's open. This one, 5. There's also only one more tile in here. It can go there or like here. Is there anywhere where it can't go here? Like, let's say, we know these can't both be open because if they are, then they'll look like this, which is not going to work. It'll block off this section here. Let's say we have the tile here. That's open. We can't have that. We could have that, though. Okay. Could it go there? Yeah, without issue, it could go there. Okay, how about there? Both these are open. there or there, I think it works. Wait, no. Can it be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so wait, that's the better question actually. Can this be open? If this is open, okay, if this is open, then both of these are open like that, which means that this row is solved. There has to be a thing there that can be open or closed. Who cares? If it's here, you have to have one here. This feels like it's not really getting me anywhere. Oh, something very similar is true up here. This is also 7. Like there's only one more open empty space here before this one is solved as well. And if we do this and this, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Let's say that's open because it has to be open if A is that. If A is that, that has to be open. Then one of these can be open or closed. Either way is fine based on how the puzzle is currently arranged. Let's look elsewhere for the time being. I'm not really feeling... I mean, I was feeling it, but like it's not really panning out. So let's go elsewhere. I'm looking at this 10 here. 1, 2, 3 more empty spaces. Can we have this? We can't have that. That is untenable. Because then it locks off this guy over here. Which means we can't have... Is there anywhere else where there have to be open spaces, though? Like, we could block that off without issue. We could block this without issue. Oh, let's put that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, we're so close here, too. I'm looking at this. What if A is blocked off, right? If A is blocked off, like this, then we have to have this be open. And we have to have this be open, right? Because we can't have this be blocked off. This has to be open. And we have to have an opening somewhere here to allow this B to escape. That... does that do anything for us? If we put A there, then this becomes that, and all of this gets solved. We put all of those there. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's say we solve A here. We put this here. All of these have to get filled, including this guy here. That opens up all of this, right? Let's go ahead and start doing all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That forces us to put a block here and open up this. And forces us to put a block somewhere here. The rest of it's open. Does that mean anything? I don't think so. But I think it's close to meaning something. Because this is all doable, right? Yeah, that's doable. That would have to be blocked off. What else would have to be true? That would have to be open. Which means we have to have at least one of these open. That'd have to be open. Wait, let's examine this area over here more closely, actually. Now that I realized we have to have... Okay. If we block off this, this has to be like that. If we block off this, this has to be like that. Is either of these positions untenable? We do this, we do that. we have to also open this. That's 4 tiles total, and one of these has to be open to allow B through. Therefore, all this gets blocked off. All of that. If that's blocked off, both of those are. That's like that. It's like this. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh, interesting. We go through all of this. We have to open up here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would force all these to become blocks, including this guy. Therefore, we can't have Y be the one that's blocked. We have to have A be the one that's blocked. Because otherwise, we end up with a big problem like that. A has to be blocked, and Y has to be the one that activates. Yeah, that looks correct. I just checked, and the game is agreeing. I have fewer than 3 correct. Yay! I just had to double check. I don't want to waste more time on this puzzle than I already have. You know. We go up this way. This has to be open. We go up. What else do we know as a result? Like this. We know both of those are blocked off. Therefore, that's open. Therefore, 1, 2, 3. This is all solved. Any other solved rows? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is also solved. Year go there. You have to go there. Oh, you're just solved in general. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. What else? And we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, one of these. Where's the last? Or is this all a solved column? No, it almost is. Oh no, I screwed up somewhere. How bad is it? Not bad. Fixably bad. Fixably bad. There's one more that needs to go into this column somewhere. Can't be there. Where's the last one that we can put? Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's correct. Where's the other incorrect piece of this particular slice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that looks correct to me. Let's work out the rest of it and hope we fix it later. Oh, you're solved. Okay, great. What else is solved? Oh, that solves you. And you. And... okay, almost solved here. Oh, but that's like that. Boom. How close are you to being solved? You're solved now. Great. Like that. Like this. Okay. So the problem tiles are this one here. There's one too many here and one too few here. How about a swap like that? Now there's one too few. And no obvious place to... oh. One too many in this row. Yeah, one too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is there also one too many? Let's make sure yeah, fewer than 3. So just to fix this little problem, then we're good. Are there any rows? I've gone back and redone most of the puzzle. Finishing up the last little bits right now. I think I screwed this bottom left part the first time around. This pathway through here and with the monsters here. Either way, hopefully, it'll be correct this time, and we won't need to do it again. Oh, thank God. With that, let's jump into this next puzzle. Oh, a big one. Oh, man. Okay. Well, two zones of the slimes. We're going to have two distinct parts of the level. Is it possible for Y to be 3 in every instance? No. Y, if it has to be anything, has to be 2. Therefore, this Y... Yeah, look at this. We know there will only be one block somewhere here. Therefore, making Y have to be 3. Wait. Oh, this is workable, actually. Okay, there's only one block here, for example, Y is 3, like that. This Y can become 3 by doing this, and this one by doing that. Okay, that's acceptable. No real problem there. What that does mean is this Y has to hit this particular monster in order to become 3 like its Y brother is over here. And for you to be 3, you have to go here. Therefore, you go here. Therefore, you go here. Therefore, if you guys are worth anything at all, you'll be heading to the left over here. Okay. Does that really help us solve anything, though? Yes. Well, we knew this already, but these guys have to go there. We have to put the air spaces on the ends here. What else can we or do we know? Has to be a wall somewhere in there to stop these two bombs from interacting and from this guy from double hitting that monster. A has to be some value. A can be 2 or 3. This Y has to hit this guy. This X has to hit this guy. This X has to hit this guy as well. X is equal to 2. And A and B have to hit those monsters, making them currently 3 each as well. That's not good. We want them to be more than 3, because Y is already 3. Therefore, we have them both hit these guys down below. Yeah, they're both going to hit these fellas up and down here. Yay. What else do we know? We know there'll be a wall in here somewhere. We know... Oh, C has to get these guys. And then C also has to get... Does it? I mean, C has to hit these guys, no? Oh, no. Wait, no, C can. C totally can. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. C then gets that and becomes 4. No. C becomes 4. A becomes 5. B becomes 6. Okay. We're in the clear. Actually, A becomes 5 to make sure it's not all... to make sure they're all different numbers. Then, if we really want, Z can be 1. Or we could have Z be equal to 0. That's cool too. No, it's not. Then why would I have to hit that guy? Nope, Z is equal to 1. It's decided. Great. Well, with all of that, we have that particular column solved. We have a block somewhere in there. So that and that are solved. This row is solved. Nice. Solving that column. And this column. And we're going to need to block off these guys somehow. Let's think about the slimes now. Oh, look at that. This slime is going to touch this big group no matter what, and this slime's going to hang out with this group over here. We got to stop this group and this group from interacting. Therefore, there's blocks all along there. Which solves this column. What does that tell us? Nothing particularly interesting. What else can we glean from this information? Oh, well, the walls can't be here because then it'll connect up these guys like that, which is no good. This slime can go around like that and touch that slime. So the wall's got to be somewhere over here. Here or here. With that, though, we learn... Ooh. I screwed up something somewhere. Fewer than 3 incorrect. Okay, we're not so far gone. Yeah, I need to have one more to do that. Eek. Oh no. Oh, I don't want to have to do another whole solution solve. Is there any way around it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. I'm being stupid. We have no idea what this is about over here. Because there's 2 in this row, not just 1 left over. Oh, okay. We're good. I was worried there for a second. But we do know it can't be there because then it exposes us. Could it be here? No. Both of these have to be open air. It's going to be somewhere over here. Exactly where? TBD. Meanwhile, you're blocked there. You go like that. You're blocked there. You need to be blocked here somewhere, so that's open space there. Block, no, the blocks can't be here because then they connect to this middle area like that. So the block is somewhere, all this is open, and the block is somewhere here. That tells us this. That tells us something else, probably. That tells us that, actually. Oops. What else? No. If it's here, just connects like that, so that's like that, which forces us to put a block there. That touches like that, touches like that. Perfect. We gotta block off our friends over here, like that. And I think that blocks off the 2 sections perfectly. Excellent. Next up, the wall goes there. All that is taken up. Any other solved columns as a result? You are close to being solved, but not quite. You're also close, but not quite. Oh, you've been solved. What am I saying? You need to go there, which solves you, which solves you. Both of you, actually. Solving you, which solves you and you. Ooh. Oh no. I hope that's right. How much am I wrong? Wrong by fewer than 3. Oh. Oh no, am I missing a spot anywhere? Yeah, wrong by fewer than 3. Okay, let's figure it out. 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 1. I missed a spot, that's all. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Grateful to have to do that one again, like I have some previous challenges. And finally, this one, this tricky little devil. Okay. X has to be 1. Oh, we should use the summations to figure this out. That's actually a pretty responsible idea, I think. Okay, so the summations line up with these lefties and these righties. Let's say, oh, wait, that's actually super simple because X and A are going to balance out. Oh, wow, actually, that's kind of wild. 15 and 11. The only difference being our friends with the variables. These cancel out, so it's basically 16 and 12. If B, which corresponds to the top row, gets 4 more, that's 19. It is literally impossible for Z and X to get enough to catch up to that. The highest they would be able to get is, I think, 16. Therefore, B can't get that middle group. It has to go to Y. That would bring the total up to 15, 15, 16, 16. Therefore, C would have to get, A and C would have to get 2 collectively, and Z and X would have to get 2 collectively as well. So basically, it's going to be this and this, with C getting those 2, or this and this with Z getting those 2. Great. Okay. That's a workable approach to the solution. B is going to get all of this, so C is no matter what getting that guy. Which I guess I should have known anyways. Do we learn anything from Z having four guys? We're very close to solving this row. Literally 1 airspace away from solving that row there. No, we're 2 away. Wait, what am I saying? No, it's Y anyway. Yeah, we need to get 2 more airspaces to figure out what this row's looking like. Anything else I can figure out based on all that fun deducing we just did? Let me make sure I do the math on the summations right. Z and C make it moot. A and X make it moot. B brings the lead up to 19. No, sorry. Y evens it, so Z and X both have to get collectively 1 or 2, and A and C collectively have to get 2 as well. Okay, great. So we know Z is going to get 4. There's 2 in here somewhere. Y is going to put 4 here as well. X? I don't know. We'll find out. What is the next? Is there any world where Z... No, Z has to get one as well. That is guaranteed. Z gets at least one. The question is, who gets the second, and does A or X get a second? It's all about seconds now. Okay, let's work out some possibilities. A gets the second, which means this would have to be open, so Z could get the second, which puts one there, which I don't think implies all that much. That's very interesting. Meanwhile, if C gets the second, block there, which would force that, which does line up with all the math, everything else, and all of these get blocked like that. Is that an interesting implication? I don't think so. Right? Like, yeah, like what's interesting about that? Like all this gets empty. And then what? Okay. How about looking at it from the perspective of slime and how they navigate? No, whether we put it here or here, this slime will become a part of the bar community either way. We're just simply not worried about the slimes getting a hold of every single monster in this particular universe. Okay. We could theoretically have... No, we couldn't have that. I'm lying to you, as I often do. Why being 4 has to have some sort of interesting implication. There's got to be something going on there. Oh, Z is equal to 5. Oh. Oh. Oh, I've figured it out. Z and C are both equal to at least 5. In Z's case, that's very interesting because 5 fills it up like that. If we do this, and A equals 1, then we make all this empty, and Z fills up exactly like this. Right? If instead A is equal to 2, boom, boom, Z is equal to 6, and all this gets filled up. Either way, all of this gets filled up. The only thing in question is whether or not this gets filled up. So we leave that blank for the time being. Empty. All of that's empty. What does that tell us? That tells us some more about C. C is at least 5. If it's 6, no, we're not quite there yet. We haven't figured out the whole thing yet. But we're very close to filling in Y here, for example. Y is tremendously close to being documented. Okay, is any of these not possible given the various implications? A is 2, block. That goes like that. Awesome. That gets completely empty. which then implies, not implies, just simply means y fills up like that, which then makes this has to go there, which then empties out that. But then that's also empty. Oh, we can't have that. We would end up with both this and this empty, and there wouldn't be enough room for y equals 4. Therefore, it has to be the other way around, where it has to be the other way around, where z equals 5 and a equals 2. I believe. Like that. Then fill that up. Then that's all solved. That's all solved. C is coming awfully close to being solved. This is solved. Empty. Boom. 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 Empty. Empty. Shoot. X is right. Y is right. 0, 2. Z is 5. Z is 5. Z is 5. Okay, where's the wrong thing? Where's the other row that's incorrect? Because there gotta be another row that's incorrect if that's the case. A is 2. A is 1. Just that. Perfect. Oh, wow. Okay. And just like that, we have finished up row 9 of logic bombs. Next time we'll begin row 10, the true endgame. Looking forward to it. See you then. Ciao.